Hi, today we will explore shame emotion. Shame is one of the 8 unhealthy negative emotions that we all dealt or experienced at one point in our life. Or sometimes it can be a theme at different situations in our life, which prevent us and disturb us from carrying on and function, as well as pursue a better way in dealing with things in life. Shame is something shameful has been revealed about us, an information revealed about us. And the very tricky thing about this emotion, that we link our worth, who we are, to this shameful information, or this information that has been revealed about us. Okay, so the situation can be real. Yes, something shameful has been revealed about us, or information come out to a group of people about us. But then we have this perception, or the way that we perceive the situation, the way we perceive ourselves in that situation, and the way that we perceive others judging us negatively about this situation. We want to remove ourselves from that group of people or the others that perceived this shameful situation or information that has been revealed about us. You will notice that the gaze, the eye contact is removed or avoided with that group of people, that person. There are other physical symptoms that we kind of or triggered when we experienced shame emotion. So we've talked about the eyes. It can be blushing. Some people, their head go downward. The eyes as well go downwards, looking down. The body posture as well, like, going down as well. Some people, they might bite their lips or tongue because of that embarrassed situation. And you will notice also there is confusion. The mind go blank. So these are different symptoms or behavior that we experienced and get triggered because of shame emotion. Other things happen to us, such as isolating ourselves. We tend to isolate ourselves from that group of people, or the people that this shameful information has been revealed about us to them. Why? Going back again to that perception of thinking that, the other is going to disapprove of us. They will not accept us again in their social circle. We are not accepted. We are not welcomed by them. We think that they will not want us back in again. And sometimes we do other dangerous, tricky things as well. We ruminate and think a lot about the time that others will take to take us back in and to accept us in. We also think that the others are interested in the information revealed about us. That, I've been exposed to those people and they are interested in the information, so I'm going to avoid them. I'm not going to be back in with them. So what happened is the consequences. More likely we're going to do the attack. So we're going to attack them in one way or another to save that face of us, where the information has been revealed about us. So that's why I think shame emotion is a tricky emotion to deal with. It's one of those emotions that we are very good at covering and concealing. Why? Because the overestimation of this information has been revealed about us. We feel like we want to pull that hat on our face, and we don't want to face the negative judgment that we are so scared, so afraid of. And I think it's a human thing that we are always scared of people's negative judgment, when in reality there is no escape of that. Whether you do very well, whether you are the most successful person, whether you do the best presentation ever, you're still going to be judged about something. It's a human thing. So there is nothing to support our irrational belief about not or not accepting to be judged or negatively judged by others. So we have to just accept it, that we are going to be judged at one point or another in our life for whether shameful information has been revealed about us or not, or we're doing something very, very well and we're going to be still judged by others. Self-defeating, that we defeat ourselves. We want to defend it, and instead we defeat it. It goes hand in hand with attacking others, and the reason we do that because we want to save that face and the shameful information that has been revealed about us. And at the same time, we will more likely ignore others. So if we see someone else approaching us and saying, hey, I've missed you, I didn't see you at that, for example, meeting or, the gathering, etc. And you say, oh, I was, busy, or you come up with an excuse. Or if they invite you to join them, you say, oh, I can't, and you've got absolutely nothing, but you just want to avoid them. You ignore them. Why? Because, of this overestimation that about the shameful information has been revealed about you in front of those people, and the way you link it about yourself. Sometimes we confuse shame emotion with guilt, that we feel guilty about that situation that we've experienced and we felt embarrassed. But it's different. Guilt is different than shame. Shame is something shameful has been revealed about us, and the way that we perceive ourselves. We look down at ourselves. With guilt, it's breaking that moral code, and it's not about others, it's within us. This is what guilt is all about. So with guilt, it's about that disapproval of our own selves. But with shame is we thinking about the disapproval of others and accepting us back in. It's good to clear it and make sure that we know the difference between shame and guilt. And there is another interesting thing about shame. We can have embarrassment about feeling shame. So it's like the meta emotion, like feeling the same emotion about the original emotion. That I felt ashamed, and I feel so embarrassed about feeling ashamed. It is really interesting how we disturb ourselves over time because of the way we're thinking about it, because the way we perceive things, because of the irrational self-talk that we get our mind into, and that lead us to this unhealthy negative emotion, or any of the other unhealthy negative emotions in the future I will explore with you further. So yes, I hope this this clears the misinterpretation about the other emotions that comes in with shame. And now let's dive into the healthy one. The better emotion that we want to be in is regret. So with regret, again, it's the same theme, that shameful information has been revealed about us, but the way that we perceive things are different. We are able to view things in a more realistic way. Again, looking at the reality of our life, that we are able to participate again into the social circle, or those group of people where I was exposed to them. And what I really mean by having information revealed about us, it can the reality of a human, like you would walk and trip, unintentionally you provide or you send the wrong email. Yeah, all these different kind of, the normal human being would do. But it's just the way that we perceive it, we overestimate it. And with regret, we are able to perceive this in a better way. So we are able to participate with people the same group of people that we had this information revealed about us, and we are able to respond and interact with them. We don't ignore them. We just kind of, it's okay to kind of save that face by going back with them and talking to them and maintaining that social balance with them. Why? Because we are able to view things in a better way. With the regret, we are able to see things in a more realistic way. That's we're a fallible human being, and this information, put me in an embarrassing situation. But that doesn't mean they're going to be interested in the information revealed about me for a long time. It doesn't mean that they're going to judge me for a month or for the rest of my life. And we don't really think about disapproval that much. We will think about it, but in a more realistic way. And the most important thing about regret is that we look at it, or we view it in a more compassionate way to ourselves, in a kinder way, more acceptance of self. Going back to our most important thing, the whole reason of me doing these videos, to learn how to accept ourselves, to be kind to ourselves, to appreciate who we are, and to just recognize that we are a fallible human being, and human beings, and things happen. Sometimes we feel ashamed for being who we are. The way that you laugh, the way that you look, the way you walk, for asking the closer people around you for certain things and you feel ashamed about it. All these things that sometimes makes us feel ashamed or embarrassed about. And in reality, those people like us and love us and accept us the way we are, with everything that I've just mentioned. And they are happy with us, happy with the way that we talk or laugh or walk, even if they find it a bit annoying sometimes. You might think these are the close people to us, they will love us and accept us. Even with strangers, or not really strangers, let's say colleagues, work colleagues, or neighbors, or any other people that we don't have very strong bond with, they will still accept us and get on with our they will always find ways around dealing with this specific character at work. We just find different ways. So that gives you an insight about shame emotion, the unhealthy negative one, and the healthy one, which is regrets. So being kind to ourselves and compassionate will help us to deal with these emotions. And remember, whoever point that finger at you for that situation, embarrassing situation that the information has been revealed about you, I'm sure they forgot about themselves as well, and they forgot about their fallibility as a human. So if you have that at the back of your mind, learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. By the way, this is a song for learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all.